Today I will be showing you how to complete Idle Springs in Summer Forest, and it is the level that is in that kind of mass area. And first I will be completing every single thing that you do not need to have the ability to swim to do. However, I would recommend going into this level already having the ability to swim so that you can do everything all at once. But if you are playing this level and you have not yet purchased the ability to swim, the only thing that you'll need to know how to swim for, it will be at the end, so don't worry about it. At each of the entrances you'll see these giant idle enemies in which you have to flame them in order to continue. You cannot charge them, that will not kill them. But if you do need to play Colossus first to get enough gems to be able to learn the ability to swim, I would recommend that. Again, more of these, and then there will be these tiny shield enemies that you need to charge because flaming them will not kill them. You'll see these shapes on the ground, and you don't need to worry about these yet because this is part of the minigame that you unlock when you are able to swim. And then this final area is where you can grab the talisman and also get to the area for the other minigame because this level only has 2 orbs.
Spyro,
You just talk to him, you get the talisman. It's pretty simple. And if you go up the stairs here, you'll find a bunch of gems in there that you're going to want to grab. And you do need to go down the river just a tiny bit to get to some of the gems, but don't go all the way down the river because then you'll fall and go back to an area earlier in the level and you'll have to come all the way back. So don't do that. I go in there a little bit. You can see what happens. And then you're gonna go over to this area to your right where there are, of course, more gems, but there's also a mini game in which you need to use supercharge. The objective of this minigame is to charge all of these little stands that these hula girls are standing on in order to defeat the guy who's on the center platform. And this can be kind of hard because Spyro's a little hard to control whenever you're supercharging. However, you can do it. As you can see, I just did it one try. And this is the first orb that you get if you do not do the swimming minigame first. You're gonna want to watch out because there are actually a lot of gems in this area, so just go around. I wouldn't recommend using supercharge, I didn't mean to go through there. Make sure you don't miss any, because especially the green ones with the grass and stuff, they're pretty easy to miss in this area. So I'm currently just going around making sure I grabbed all of them. See, I missed one right there. And then once you're done looking for gems, and once you've completed this minigame, you go back up the stairs, and there's an area that you can get to up here that has a lot of gems and also allows you to get to a rocket to destroy the metal chest that has a lot of gems in it as well from the beginning. Sometimes this little area can be confusing, so just look around a lot because there are a lot of like corners and stuff, and you just like have to make sure you've gone every single way that it'll let you, because it seems like this is a dead end, but if you turn around there's a little area over here that you can glide to and stuff. Also be careful not to fall. It's not hard, but you know, mistakes happen. I've fallen quite a few times here, especially when I was younger playing this game. there's the rocket, and then you can conveniently just glide all the way to where the metal chest is from here. You may want to hover like I did and not trust that you'll just land there. And this is the part where you're going to need to be able to swim. There are a lot of gems in the water, and I'll spend like quite a bit of time looking for those. But then there's a little passageway down here in which it'll lead you to a minigame area. And this minigame that you're gonna play involves 3 separate like mini-games. And you're going to need to go through the map in order to complete them. The first one will just take place in this little area though. You swim up, and there are some gems around the area that you swim up from. And I got all the gems. So if you talk to this guy, he wants you to make sure that all of these are illuminated, and it's really simple. All you need to do is just step on each of the corner blocks, and you will complete this first part. So then, after this, you're gonna need to go back into the water and then resurface up to that area where there's a big idol. And he will tell you to feed this idol fish. You need to feed him 10 fish. However, you cannot feed him red fish or else he'll throw up a lot of the fish that you already fed him. So just be careful. Orange and blue fish only. And I'll speed this up because I mess up quite a few times because it's really easy for me to get locked in and just not pay attention, so there you go. And once you complete this, there's only one more component that you need to get to oh my god. There's only one more component you need to get the orb for this minigame, and it's at the end with those shapes that were on the ground. And basically, you're just going to have to step on them in a specific order in which I will show you. The theme, like the pattern, is that each one has something in common with the last one. So the blue star is going to go down first, and then you need to hop onto the green star, then the orange diamond, then the orange moon, which I'm looking for right now. Then you need to step on the white moon, and then finally the blue circle. And that will get you your orb. It'll bring you all the way back, but that should be fine if you got everything until now, and you have completed Idle Springs.